It's been said that records are meant to be broken. We've all heard that saying before, but some records stand the test of time. Many of these long-standing world records may never be broken. Hey folks, I'm Dieter Melhorn, and in this video we're going to talk about a world record catfish, a channel catfish. A world record that many believe will never be broken. Recently, I did a video about the current world record flathead catfish. This is a fishing record that has stood for more than 20 years. Based on the size of the fish, a whopping 123 pounds, and considering that the next closest state record flathead catfish weighs 20 pounds less, this will likely be a world record that will remain in place for many years and likely never be broken. One of the things that plays a part in records like this not being broken is the pressure on our modern fisheries. More and more people fishing for catfish means more and more potential records being taken from the waters before reaching maturity and their full potential. This pressure on our fisheries is what leads many anglers to believe that some records are here to stay. With the popularity of catfishing nationwide, more and more people chasing trophy catfish, social media exposure, we've got a lot of pressure on our trophy catfish fisheries today. Now, one of those records that will likely never be broken is the current world record for a channel catfish. Channel catfish are native to much of the United States east of the Rocky Mountains, but their range has been expanded to cover most of the U.S. and eastern Canada. Now, catfish are prolific breeders. They have no problem reproducing, and they can stand and tolerate a wide range of water temperature, water clarity, and levels of pollution. By all accounts, they are a hardy fish. They are one of the most caught catfish in the United States. And if you catch a catfish in the U.S., odds are it's a channel catfish. Now, even with the expansive range of the channel catfish and all the different waters that they inhabit, finding a big one over 20 pounds, is extremely rare. Most state record channel catfish are in the 30 to 40 pound range. That is where most of the state records fall, and only 4 of them have exceeded 50 pounds. Now, one of those state records that broke the 50-pound mark is for the state of South Carolina. And that state record is also the world record for a channel catfish. And that's a record that's been in place for almost 60 years. This massive 58-pound channel catfish was caught on Lake Moultrie in the low country of South Carolina. Lake Moultrie is part of the world-famous catfish lakes that are part of an area simply known as Santee Cooper. This massive fish was caught on July 7th, 1964 by a gentleman named WH Whatley. Now, little is known about this fish, what kind of gear he used, where or how he was fishing. And like many fish from that era, there's only one black and white image that remains to prove that it was caught. Now, based on some bad copies of that image, some folks have argued that this is not a channel catfish, but a blue catfish. The argument's been made because of the shape of the tail. Many people have read in certain literature that channel catfish have a deeply forked tail. And while this is true on younger catfish and juvenile catfish, anybody who has caught trophy channel catfish will know that as these fish get older, the outer edges of their tails become worn and rounded. The real telltale sign, though, is the shape of the anal fin in that picture. And it's definitely the characteristics of the rounded outer edge for a channel catfish. Now, one other nugget of information that dispels any of the rumors surrounding this not being a channel catfish is that blue catfish are not native to South Carolina waters like the channel catfish. And coincidentally, the fish that were introduced into South Carolina waters were introduced the year that Mr. Whatley caught this world record channel catfish, but those were only juvenile blue catfish. While it may be hard to believe that a channel catfish can grow this large, it cannot be argued that this is not a channel catfish. Now, confusing and mixing up catfish is nothing new, especially when it comes to blue catfish and channel catfish, because they share a similar body shape and they also share similar body colors during certain times of the year, especially around the spawn. Add to the fact that they're capable of crossbreeding and developing a hybrid of a blue channel catfish, it makes things even more confusing, even for biologists. For now, the channel catfish that WH Whatley caught from Santee Cooper will remain the world record at 58 pounds. But maybe, just maybe, somewhere out there, there's one that is just a little bit bigger. Well, folks, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing, and here are a couple of more videos that I think you're going to like.